I want to talk about the priest and prophet in Jeremiah time. This is how it is today with the people in this generation, because it's the last generation. All right. In Jeremiah chapter 26, see, they came against Jeremiah, the prophets and the priests. At verse 6 it says, "Then will I make this house like Shiloh, and will make this city a curse to all the nation of the earth." See, this is what Jeremiah owes the word from the Lord. It's what Jeremiah was saying. Verse 7 says, "So the priests and the prophets and all the people heard Jeremiah speaking these words in the house of the Lord. Now it came to pass, when Jeremiah had made an end of speaking all that the Lord had commanded him to speak unto all the people, that the priests and the prophets," see, the priests and the prophets, it was the priests and the prophets, "and all the people took him, saying, Thou shalt surely die." See, that's how it is now when you tell the truth. You know, it's a lot of people, just like what I'll be saying about Jerusalem, will go into captivity in the last 3.5 years. And the people think I'm against Jerusalem. I'm not against the Jewish people. I love the Jewish people. I'm just saying what the Lord said, what the Lord prophesied what will happen to Jerusalem in the last days. That's all I'm saying. You can read Luke 21 in verse 22, and where it tells you. I can read it to you and see if I can find it in Luke. But the Lord is talking about the last days. It's the same thing what you read in Mark chapter 13. It is worded a little different. He explained it a little different. But he's talking about the same thing. In Matthew chapter 24, it's the same as Luke chapter 21 and Mark chapter 13. And verse, I think it's in Luke chapter 21 and verse 24, it said, "And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled." See, Jerusalem will be trodden down of the Gentiles. And then we go into captivity into all nations. That's when they kill the two witnesses. See, before they kill the two witnesses, the Antichrist couldn't do the two witnesses nothing. It was prophesying it was in Jerusalem. You know, and their dead body will lie in the street for 3.5 days. See, but that's what I'm just saying. What the Lord said, what will happen to Jerusalem. But if the people repent, but the Bible said they won't repent. See, that's why Jeremiah was telling the people. That's why they went into captivity in the first Babylon. They didn't want to obey what the Lord said. Well, the Lord was speaking to Jeremiah, and Jeremiah was giving what the Lord said to the people. See, in verse 3, see, of Jeremiah chapter 26, he said, "If so be they will hearken and turn every man from his evil way." See, if you turn from your evil way, that I may repent me of the evil which I propose to do unto you. See, I'm supposed to do unto them because of the evil of their doing. See, God said He was going to repent, if they were going to stop doing evil. It's like now, the people don't want to stop doing evil. They want to call good evil, evil good. Just like girls having children out of wedlock, they call that a good thing now. Homosexuality, adultery, fornication, they call that a good thing. There's nothing wrong with it. See, that's why God will punish for that. This is why Jerusalem went into captivity in the first Babylon. They didn't want to hearken, they didn't want to obey the Lord. And this is what the same thing it is now. See, they don't want to obey the Lord. They don't turn away from God. And God usually send a prophet. It's like He going to send the 2 witnesses in the last days. See how they going to kill the 2 witnesses? Those that don't believe, they're going to be against the 2 witnesses. Only the one that believe. It's like in Jeremiah time, Jeremiah believed. So, like in verse 9, it said, why hast thou prophesied in the name of the Lord, saying, this house shall be like Shiloh, and this city shall be desolate, without an inhabitant. See, without an inhabitant. And all the people were gathered against Jeremiah in the house of the Lord. You see, they were gathered against Jeremiah. I thought Jeremiah was speaking against the city, was speaking against Jerusalem. See, but Jeremiah said it's, city was going to be desolate, But he was telling the truth. That's why Nebuchadnezzar took over the city. See, and destroyed a lot of people. A lot of them went into captivity. Same thing going to happen in the last days. See, I'm not against the Jewish people. I love the Jewish people, but God just wants them to repent. Some of them probably will. Some of them going to be saved, but a lot of them won't. God will save you if you obey Him. That's why He's telling us that was His people. See, Jacob 12 son, out of their seed, the natural branch of Israel. See, the Jewish people, they're from the natural branch, just like the white people over here. They're probably from Ephraim seed, like I said. Like Britain, all of the white people. They're from probably Ephraim seed because they're the powerful nation in the world. God give them that wisdom to rule of the nation. That wisdom comes from God. But a lot of people do not understand that. But like I said, they don't want to, they fell away from God. They're promoting a lot of things what they're not supposed to be doing. So then God will punish. Give the enemy strength, to destroy a lot of them. That's why He's going to gather all nations at first against Jerusalem. Then later on, He's going to gather those nations in the Battle of Armageddon to destroy them. Not every one of them nations ain't going to be completely destroyed, but He's going to destroy a lot of people in that Battle of Armageddon. In the Battle of Jehoshaphat. It's the same thing, the Battle of Armageddon. First He's going to gather before Jerusalem be taken over. You're going to gather the nation against Jerusalem to be taken over, to go into captivity. Then at the end of the 3.5, the end of the 3.5 years, you're going to gather them for the Battle of Armageddon, all nation. See, you have to pay attention when the Bible tells you something. It said first you're going to gather all nation against Jerusalem. It's not the Battle of Armageddon. It's against Jerusalem. Then after so Jerusalem can go into captivity, just like Nebuchadnezzar came against Jerusalem. Then he go gather them after the end of the 3.5 years. Then he go gather all nations for the Battle of Armageddon. See, you don't see all those nations gonna come against Jerusalem. See, in the United States, like the Democrat, they're coming against Jerusalem. They're not standing with Jerusalem no more like they used to the Democrat. Republican always stood with Jerusalem. But the Democrat now, they used to stand with Jerusalem too. But they're turning away now, most of them. As time goes on, all of them are turning away from Jerusalem. See? That's why I say go gather all nation. That's mean all nation against Jerusalem. Not some. They say it all. You got to remember that. And then you got to gather all nation in the Battle of Armageddon and the Battle of Jehoshaphat. See, but it's the same thing as Jehoshaphat and the Battle of Armageddon. That's what I wanted to explain to y'all. But people come against it, just like what I was saying about the United States home will be broken after they fight Iran. You know, Trump is the one that probably gonna fight Iran. The Bible says his home will be broken. I'm not against the United States. I'm not against no nation. I'm just saying what the Bible says. It's like in the first Babylon, evil went from nation to nation. You have to read for yourself. The Bible clearly tell you. If you read about the first Babylon, almost all those nations got destroyed. You know, because they fell into sin. That's why. And God tells you right here, and it's like in verse 3, say if they repent, they remove the evil one, put those evil upon them. He will repent from bringing evil upon them. Say they don't want to repent, so he'll bring evil, you know, make the nation fight each other, put diseases, famine, do all that. That's what I wanted to bring to y'all today. But thank y'all, and may God bless y'all and give y'all wisdom.